Hi, I'm Kerry Garnier, and I'm a stress reduction and transformation coach. This evening, I thought I would do a tap along that's based on a scenario that was given to me by a teacher friend. She's finding that she's working in a resource room, so she has a lot of students who have great needs, so great emotional needs. They're struggling in school. There's lots of reasons why they're struggling in school. A lot of difficult situations in the students' lives that are outside of the school. So she was saying that she was finding a great emotional stress on her having these students, and was finding it difficult to sort of let go of their situations at the end of the day. So I said, don't worry, I'm going to do a tap along, and I'm going to sort of base it on that idea. And I know that she's not alone. I've had those classes with those students. And I'm hoping that if you see this and you know a student who is working with really high needs, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. I keep getting cut in and out of. So, well, we'll try a little bit longer. And if I don't cut out, yay. Hello. And if I do cut out, I do apologize. So we're doing a tapping for teachers with high needs students and letting go of the students at the end of the day or at the end of the week, because that can be very difficult. So if you're in that situation and you're a teacher, just check in with yourself. What emotion would you say that is triggered for you? Is it a feeling of overwhelm? Is it a feeling of stress? Is it worry? Just check in for yourself what that feeling is that you're feeling, and rate it on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no effect whatsoever, 10 being a very intense feeling, and check out where it is in your body. The person I was talking to said they carried it all in their shoulders and down their arms. I tend to carry my stress, my worry, and my anxiety in my chest, in my lungs, or in my throat. So check that out. Find out in your body where it is and find out how intense that feeling is. I'm going to use the words overwhelm. I'm going to use the words worry and overloaded. You can use exactly my words. Tap along with me. Say out loud what I'm saying. Doing it out loud has more effect because you're engaging more of your senses. Or you can just tap and think the words, or you can even modify them slightly. So if I'm saying this anxiety in my chest and you're feeling it as overwhelm in your shoulders, you can say this overwhelm in my shoulders. So let's do a little bit of tapping for this situation that my friend is finding herself in, and hopefully this will help her out. Here we go. Even though I am feeling overwhelmed emotionally by some of my students, I completely love and accept myself. And we'll say that again. Even though I am feeling emotionally overwhelmed by some of my higher need students, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And one more time. Even though I'm feeling emotionally overwhelmed by some of my high need students, I worry about them. I worry about them in class. I worry about them when they are out of class. I'm worried about them staying safe. And I can't seem to turn that off. And I love and accept all of me. Okay, so now we're going to tap around, starting on the eyebrow. This emotional overload, this emotional overwhelm, feeling it in my lungs and in my throat. I have some students that I am always worried about, and I can't seem to turn that worry off. All this worry about my student. And then under the arms, about 10 centimeters under the arm. All this worry about my student. Some of these students have really hard lives outside of school. And I can't control that. I can't help them with that. I can only help them when they are in school. And often they can't even make it to school. And so I worry about that. And sometimes when they're in school, they are so angry and so disengaged, they don't even want to speak to me. And I can't always reach them. And sometimes they're so angry that they lash out at me. And then I get worried. And I go read their OSR, their student record. And then it makes sense. Makes sense why they're so angry. It makes sense why they're lashing out at me. And then I'm even more worried. And more at a loss of what to do. All this emotional overwhelm. All this overwhelm for things I cannot control. Witnessing these lives that are unsafe, out of control, worrisome behaviors, doing what I can do at school, but feeling like it's not enough. Such a huge problem for some of my students. And I can only do such a small part. All this emotional overload. All this emotional overwhelm. Wanting to do more, but no idea what I can do. And taking this with me past the end of the day, taking it into my evening, taking this worry into the weekend. All this worry that's not helping the student and not helping me. Just acknowledging it all. Acknowledging that I'm carrying it with me past the school day, into my evenings and weekends. All this emotional worry for things I cannot control, for students with such high needs. All of this worry. So take a breath there. Check in with how you're feeling in this situation and not being able to help watching and witnessing these young people who can't help themselves, and you can't help them either. So just see how you're feeling. Hopefully your number went down a little bit, and hopefully it's not quite as intense or hopeless as it seemed. Hopefully there's a bit more space around this situation than there was before. So I'm going to do a next round of tapping that allows even more hope and more space around these students. Okay, so again, you can repeat the words after me. You can focus on your students. You can even focus on another person in your life who you know is really struggling and you would love to help them, but you cannot do anything. And a lot of us know people like that. It's really hard to watch people who are self-destructing and unable to maybe get themselves out of a difficult situation that they've got stuck in. So here we go. Even though a part of me is still feeling emotionally overwhelmed by students that I cannot help, I love and accept myself anyway, and I'm open to having some space and finding some peace in this situation. Even though I'm still feeling emotionally overwhelmed, with students who have so many needs that I cannot meet and I can't seem to let go of at the end of the day. I love and accept myself anyway, and I'm open to some emotional space, and I'm open to some peace. And I'm even open to inspiration about what I can do for myself that helps me in this situation. One more time. Even though a part of me is still feeling emotionally overwhelmed by students who are challenged and I cannot do anything for them, I love and accept myself anyway, and I'm open to some space in this situation, and I'm open to peace. And I'm even open to inspiration of things that I can do, either for myself or for my student, that moves us in a more positive direction. Okay, so just tapping around. This emotional overwhelm, I still have it. I still have at-risk students. I still have students who have lives outside of the school that are not ideal. I can't do anything about that. But I'm open to some emotional space in this situation. I really wish I could just take all these students and put them somewhere safe, but I can't do that. And it's emotionally exhausting. All this worry about them. But I'm open to some space in this situation, and I'm open to some peace. And I'm even open to inspiration about what I can do differently, what I can do better for myself, or what I might be able to do for a student that I haven't thought of yet. Just really acknowledging this emotional overload, opening to letting them go at the end of the day, open to not worrying about them so much on the weekend. I really can't do anything for them on the weekend. And I know I want to worry, but worrying doesn't help them. And I'm open to what would help them better. I'm aware that I'm still worrying, but knowing worrying doesn't help them. Open to releasing the worry, open to a more positive use of my energy, open to possibilities. Just being aware of my concern and worry, and opening to peace. A part of me still wants to change the situation, but I'm open to knowing there's only so much I can do. And releasing that worry at the end of the day and the end of the week will help me to recharge. The more recharged and fresh I am, the better I can work with them when they're in front of me. The more resources I will have at my fingertips to help them the best way I can. So just acknowledging my worry, acknowledging what I can't let go of, and opening up to letting just a little bit more go, so I don't carry these students with me every evening and into the weekend. Open to ways to recharging myself, open to inspiration about other positive things I could do with them, open to sending them positive energy instead of leaking out worry. Just open to positive. And I think that's a sign from the universe. It's time to be done. So I'm just going to finish my round here. Hello, Stephen. I miss you too. I'm so glad you're tapping along. So last round, letting go as much as I can of these students I care so much about, taking care of myself on the so I can bring the best me to the table. Okay, internet keeps cutting out on me, so I am done. I'm hoping this helps you out. Please send this on to any teachers you know that may be struggling in this very situation where they have students that they worry about and can't let go of at the end of the day. And I hope this helped you. If it did help you, leave me messages below. Email me at my email address, which is kerry@kerrygarnier.com. Kerry is spelled Kerry. Garnier is spelled Garnier, just like the shampoo. Take care, keep tapping, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye.